Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the hide painting created by Cassie Cody, an indigenous American art movement.
Painting on animal hide is a long-standing tradition of the Great Basin and Great Plains people of the United States. While the earliest surviving hide paintings that we have found date to around 1800s, this tradition was undoubtedly practiced much earlier along with other forms of painting like petroglyphs, rock engravings. Painting, in tandem or oral traditions, function to record history. Often artists like Cosico, who is also known by his Euro-American name Cassie Cody, painted on elk, deer, or buffalo hides using natural pigments like red ochres and chalk, and eventually paint and dyes obtained through trade. Usually, artists decorated the hide with geometric or figural motifs. By the later 19th century, certain hide artists like Cosico began depicting subject matter that affirmed native identity and appealed to the tourist. The imagery placed on the hide was likely done by a combination of freehand painting and stencilings. Man and woman both painted on hides, but men usually produced the scenes on teepees, the Native American tent, clothing, and shields. Many of these scenes celebrated battles and other biographical details. The Brooklyn Museum's hide painting by Cosico may have functioned as a wall hangings and also have been classified as a robe. Cosico, or Cassie Cody, is a member of Eastern Shoshone tribe, and he has painted many hides in addition to the one that's shown above. They represent his experience during a period of immense change for the Shoshone people during his lifetime. Cosico was placed on the Wind River Reservation in central western Wyoming. Cosico likely created the Brooklyn Museum hide painting for Euro-American tourists who visited the reservation. It might explain why there's a scene of buffalo hunting, a scene which was thought to be desirable to the tourists. This production helped to support him after the Shoshone was moved to the reservation, with newly established trade markets and an influx of new materials. Artists like Cosico sometimes produce work that helps support themselves and their families. Cosico's Brooklyn Museum hide painting combines history with a contemporary moment. It displays elements of several different dances, including the important and sacred sun dance and non-religious wolf dance. The sun dance surrounds a not yet raised buffalo head between two poles, or split tree, with an eagle above it. Men dressed in feathers, bustles, and headdresses, not to confuse with feather war bonnets, dance around the poles, which represent the grass dance. With their arms akimbo and their bodies bent, Cosico shows these men in motion. Men participating in the sacred social ceremony refrain from eating or drinking. The sun dance was intended to honor the creator deity for the earth's bounty and to ensure this bounty continued. It was a sacred ceremony that tourists and anthropologists often witnessed. However, the United States government deemed it to be unacceptable and forbid it. The U.S. government outlawed the sun dance until 1935 in an effort to compel Native Americans to abandon their traditional ways and to assimilate them. Cosico likely included references to Sundance because he knew tourist consumers will find the scenes attractive, but he modified the scenes combining it with an unacceptable wolf dance, perhaps to avoid potential ramifications. The wolf dance eventually transformed into the grass dance, which is performed today during the powwows, a ceremonial gathering. Pay attention to the buffaloes, because buffaloes was sacred to the plain people because the animals were essential to their livelihood. Some scenes display the individuals skinning buffaloes and separating the animal's body into parts, into piles. All parts of the buffalo were used, and as it was considered a way of honoring the sacred animal. At the time Cosico painted this hide, most buffalo had either been killed or displaced. Buffaloes had largely disappeared from this area by 1880s. Cosico hide thus marks past events and deeds rather than events occurring at the time it was created.